you know what? I think perfectionism, trying to be too perfect, thinking that somehow that obviously we all need to parent well because our example is everything. Like what they see, they're gonna repeat. We like look at things they do and we're like, things that we didn't do necessarily well. Well, they don't do those things necessarily well always either. But at the same time, the things that we did do really well or who we were, we also see that definitely come out in them. Probably for me as a mom, just having that perfectionism mindset around it, you know, trying to be the perfect mom and throw the perfect birthday party. Matter of fact, there was this, oh my gosh, the kids did this at their school. They did a fundraiser every year, and this just sticks in my memory so much. I don't even think you knew this happened, but in one of the classes, the grade was, they were making what's the word I want to say? They were making puppets and like a theater. And so every parent had to make a puppet, right? And think of musicals you've seen and how cool the puppets are. Well, every puppet that every parent made was amazing, but mine. Mine was horrible. And I remember taking it in there and being like, well, it's all I got. You know, this isn't my giftedness whatsoever. And like 3 or 4 days later, I went back to the classroom. I was volunteering or something and go in the classroom. I'm looking at the stage, the little house they made, all the little puppets. And somehow my puppet had a magical transformation. And I'm not sure who did it, but I'm very grateful because it was bad. And that wasn't a parent failure. It was, you know, sometimes, you know, there's no way you're going to be perfect at anything. And that's not the goal anyway. It's to, I think for us in, you know, raising our kids, we wanted to raise kids that, number one, saw others before themselves. You know, that they were out to love and serve other people, that life wasn't all about them. And that was reflected in how we parented. So if we made everything about us and nothing about serving other people, then that's what we would leave in our kids. And so I think that was probably one of the things that we certainly did right, but definitely not having a perfectionism mindset around it. I think if you can get somebody in your life that has raised kids, you know, and their kids are way beyond where your kids are at, they can give you some perspective so you don't get caught up in that, because it is so easy to get caught up in being like that perfect mom and dad. Like you have to be at, you know, and then who's making those rules, right? Who's deciding what the perfect mom or dad is? You have to go to every game. Every puppet has to be perfect. You know, every cake that you bake has to be organic and made at home. And it's just like, oh my gosh, you set yourself up for failure after failure, or feeling like you're failing every time. So that's what I'd say about our parenting.
Yeah,
for me.
I think, you know, I think the number one thing I would say is that I think people feel like they're supposed to be, they have kids and they know how to be a parent. It's like, you don't know how to be married, it's not in your DNA. You don't know how to be a parent, it's not in your DNA. It's like, you don't know how to ski. Skiing is not in your DNA. And parenting, marriage, skiing, there's all skill sets. Mm-hmm. And I think you got to realize that who you get around is going to kind of dictate how you parent. And we were very blessed to have great people in our life who were great parents and raised great kids. And I would just absolutely emphasize that. And we did some things right, we did some things wrong. We're very blessed with incredible, amazing young men, our 2 sons, who have done a phenomenal job in life and are thriving in life, no question. But we can look at them and say, well, those are good habits. And yeah, we taught them those. And well, that might not be a great habit. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. So your kids will become who you are, no question about it. And so I think don't make a bunch of little things big things. Enjoy life. Every phase of parenting is great. Every phase of parenting is fun. And just enjoy it as you go, because it goes by fast. Yeah. But the first thing that I would just say is that we're not born knowing how to be parents. So if you want to have great relationships with your kids and raise great kids, then I think you need to understand that you have to learn how to do that. It's not natural within you, and you have to study parenting to be good at parenting. And not saying we need to be right by any stretch of the imagination, but But we did understand that one thing. You have to learn how to be a good parent and take the time to do it. So.
Yes.